And we're there. Ladies, gentlemen, and informants, welcome to Project Bankshot Weasel Season 2, Episode 2, The Injured Roster. Last time, the team had encountered a strange situation at the base jumper. They had a number of forceball players from the local team, the Indiana Magnetons, in at the bar, having drinks and a basic dance, when a stranger out of the crowd sort of picked a fight with the most argumentative player on the team, started a brawl, and another player got injured, who wasn't really all that close to the brawl, and that started people asking questions. It's time to get some answers. Or at least make those questions more complicated.
Yes. Or a little both.
I posted about the details in the community. If you'd like if you'd like a link to it, leave something in the comments asking. No viewers at the moment, so someone will pick this up on recording, hopefully. Where we are now, Philbert Fudge was going off with Louis Naxtrius to get a drink after his merriment at the base jumper had finished. I believe that's the situation. Yes. And Y was looking into the player who got injured, rearguard Ivan Cleese of the Indiana Magnetons. Yeah. You were trying to at least stay in touch with him.
Yep. I'm also... I was doing this last night, but I was also running searches on the other two people that may have been involved.
Okay, the other two people were Olivia Cromwell and another stranger in the area, John Marbury. The relation between those two or three has not been made all that clear.
Didn't I already looked into Marbury?
Yes, you did. He's mostly a cipher, but you do have a...
he's in advertising.
Yeah,
no,
he is
public relations.
He is in public relations, specifically a company called AFND Image Consultancy.
Okay.
Olivia Cromwell, you're not finding out as much. You're not getting too much information on her either. It's not like she posts her employer information. Not like she has a business card to show out.
I'm digging deeper.
I'm sorry?
Digging deeper.
Digging deeper. Okay, give me, I guess this would be an investigate roll.
Okay.
And you have investigate at 1, plus whatever else you care to kick in.
Okay.
I'm rolling at 1.
Plus 1.
You got a +1 total?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Wait, plus, and I have a 1, so that's 2. Sorry.
You have, okay, you rolled a total of +2.
Yeah.
Averaged plus my dice, I got a 3. So that is either a fail, simple fail, or succeed at great consequence.
Wait, why would there be investigating on interface?
Oh, you're okay. Okay, you're looking her up online. So
where else do you look people up?
Well, there's that. Let's see. For some reason, I thought you were doing a sort of basic investigation. You can use.
What else would Y be doing? Now, Fudge, on the other hand, would be doing investigation in a different way. But
okay, yeah. I should have noticed. You have a stunt for it. Use interface instead of investigate when researching online. And you're researching Olivia Cromwell online, so you can find out that she is a building arranger. She works for a construction company.
That's interesting. Any hobbies that stick out?
She is a frequent attendee at the base jumper, apparently. and a number of other bars around town.
Is she a member of the community?
She's not a member of the community.
That's not that weird, though.
That's not that weird. Well, the field house is designed for visitors, basically.
Yeah.
Unless they storm that upstairs door, then the guards have instructions to shoot. But let's not go there just yet. Yeah.
Okay. Construction.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll keep her tagged in relation to these events, but she's a person of lesser interest for now.
Lesser interest. John Marbury seems to be the more interesting interest.
Right. And you said there was a third one, but...
Okay, the third one was Ivan Cleese. He was the player that got injured.
Right. Okay. All right, never mind.
The reason you started focusing on those three people, Ivan Cleese, John Marbury, and Olivia,
I forgot.
was that Louis Naxtrius had looked over and apparently gotten a cue from one of them.
Yes. Okay, I remember now. So, did Olivia, according to the cameras, did Olivia look like she was there with the other two, or was she just in proximity to them?
It looked as if she was... okay, camera feeds beforehand indicated that she was talking with Ivan.
Okay, well, I'll see if they have any social connection, like if they added each other on any networks or they've commented to each other. I'll see if they have any connection online, or other than that, they may have just met at the club.
They may have just met at the club. Yeah. And I'll take another roll for that. I'll be rolling at a little more difficulty, though.
Okay.
I'll be rolling at 3.
Give me a second. I gotta get back into my program. That's the wrong one.
I have dice on hand, too, just in case.
Wow. +3, so...
So, okay. You do a fairly thorough search... You do a fairly thorough search between the two. You can't see where they've had any real connection before that night, or that afternoon, rather.
So she remains tagged as a person of interest, and that's about it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
You can't really see where she's had anything to do with him beforehand.
Alright. But yeah, this John guy, he's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
My working theory is that he's consulting with Cleese about, getting more famous or, getting sponsors, that kind of thing.
Could be, maybe. Doesn't explain why he'd slash his own leg, does it? Or does it?
Exactly?
Mm-hmm. So let's see. Meanwhile, let's go to Andreas briefly, who is at a bar having some appetizers and drinks with Louis Naxtrius, mysterious professional security guard of some sort.
With Dex having a drink not far away.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear.
Yeah. I'm going to try and bring him to open up a bit about what has happened there. So I'm trying to create a connection. Last time I have already deceived him, so making him think I am someone he knows from the past, although he has a photographic memory.
Mm-hmm.
So I think now I'm just talking to him, dropping little insider talk on security and and special security jobs to, make, I think it's rapport or something.
That would be rapport, yes.
Yeah. What I want to what I want to do is I want him to open up in the end, so that I hear from him something about today's job. So I'm going to tell him bits about past jobs of mine, so not necessarily real jobs of mine, just establishing that I'm a not really.
You're not so different from him.
Yeah, I'm not different from him. I'm just not really successful in the line of work, but I have my experiences. Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Right, let's see. Back over to the fate roller. Yeah, I will be rolling at 3.
You would be rolling at 3.
Fortunately, you have deceive starting at 5.
Deceive. Yes.
I guess you're using deceive. Oh, right, you're using rapport. That starts you at 3 as well.
Yes, that's me as well.
But you are pretending to be someone else. But that's overcome.
Yes.
You don't quite have a stunt to fit the situation, so it looks like you'll have to tag some aspects if you need any extra successes.
Yes.
So I'm rolling at 3.
I'm also rolling at 3. I have 3 pluses. And
well.
That makes 6.
Okay. Let's see. Trying to create advantage. So you get a. Let's call that a situational, and let's call that situational aspect with 2 and. Well, let's see. You can also use create advantage to discover aspects.
That's right. I could do that.
And get some free invokes on it that way, and I think that would be a good way to use it in this case.
In that case, I'd even have a stunt, because character play is a stunt with +2 to create advantage with rapport if center of attention.
All right.
And I guess I am the center of attention when we are taking a drink together. In that case, yeah. Create advantage, discover aspects with
2 free invokes.
With 8. Yeah, 2 free invokes.
Which is very nice for you if I can just get this page up.
Yeah. Here.
Okay, come on. Come on, cursor. There we go. Waiting for the cursor to catch up.
Yeah, here the cursor.
What I'm giving you is 2 tags on an aspect. Lots of very short jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning he has bounced from job to job himself.
All right.
And you have 2 invokes on that, and you do find out from him that, yeah, I've been bouncing around a lot. This job looks like it's going to be another short one, but it should work out for me.
Mm-hmm.
All I had to do was set up the distraction, and that worked just fine.
Yeah, and it was a good bit of fun too.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't get into enough bar fights.
The moment he finishes that sentence, hit him. Kidding.
Yeah, the day and age of the innocent little bar fights may just be over.
I think they'll make a resurgence. You can never get rid of something like that.
Oh dear.
Yeah, but I only needed the one tonight. I only needed the one today.
So, the client is paying good.
It's paying good. Now, the organization I'm working for is flush.
Ask him what it was a distraction for.
For the organization.
Yeah, I'm more interested in the organization. So, what is this? What kind of organization is this? Might they have jobs for me as well?
They might have jobs for you as well, but I'd have to turn in your recommendation independently because I'm contractually obligated not to talk about the job.
Ah, makes sense.
But it's a sweet gig from what I've seen so far, and maybe I can get into more of it. Yeah, we'll see.
So, but then, just because I've been part of this, in a way,
You did help in a way.
yeah. How successful was it?
Can't say for sure. The operation has just started.
Mm-hmm. So we will only see in the next
few days ought to tell.
Tricky business anyway to involve forceball because it has a pretty big fan base, and some of them are a bit off the rockers.
That's part of the attraction too. And let's face it, that just makes the job easier.
Yeah. Okay. I'm so unprovocative. All right. Lots of very short jobs. I'm going to tell him that sadly I have to leave and meet some friends.
Okay,
But I'd like to stay.
yeah, give me your particulars so I can pass pass your recommendation along.
Yeah.
I might be able to get you some work.
That would be great. And I write down one of my burn telephone numbers on a napkin, and yeah,
Interface. Interface, remember. Paper is so quaint.
interface. Yeah, right. Okay.
You throw them a virtual business card with the burn number on it.
Yes. And yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll pass it along.
Awesome.
As he gets up and prepares to head out, he points over at Dex and says, "Tell your friend I said hi." And he leaves.
All right. Okay. Good. So then the two of us leave as well.
Mm-hmm.
In a different direction. Should we try to follow him anyway? No, not really.
I think he'll probably figure it out.
Gee, you think?
Okay.
Now, with that setup out of the way, let's switch over to Dawn. Matt, you still there? Excellent. Now, forceball season is upon us. That means everything's breaking out in reds and yellows. You have a number of people in the cult wearing team colors as well, so you have to wonder occasionally just how much cult-like behavior is being exhibited by the forceball fans as well. Any opinions?
I am a fair-weather forceball fan. I'll watch it if it's in front of me. I will kind of recruit around games sometimes. So overall, forceball is kind of a win for me. I like forceball, and it does have a certain barbaric appeal.
Barbaric appeal, that's one way of putting it.
Yeah. So there is a certain je ne sais quoi about the whole thing that Dawn could appreciate from a distance. I've never seen her playing a game, but watching is fine. It is definitely spectator sport.
Yeah.
But she's far too much into wine and books for it to appeal majorly directly.
Let's see. A look at your character.
Yeah, I can think of a couple of aspects that you could play with. Protector of the flock, everyone knows someone, odd luck, connected in mysterious ways could all work. Frankly, if somebody is in trouble, a stunt could work, protector.
But in this case,
okay.
Come on over, sheet. No, I think protector of the flock would be the best way to bring you in, as you have you find out fairly quickly about a situation where one of your parishioners is actually getting into a fight over forceball-related stuff.
Great. At the base jumper, I assume?
Well, not at the base jumper. At
Okay.
another bar in town.
At another bar?
At another bar.
This is fairly normal, right?
It's fairly normal.
Man, fucking forceball.
Since I don't have the time to drive there, I'll go in the shallows and see exactly what's going on.
Okay, what happened was he'd gotten a little exuberant, and well, a bar fight started up elsewhere in town, and he was one of those that threw a bunch of punches. He's in for a little assault charge, which, judging by the tape, is fairly richly deserved. So it may do for him to stick around in jail for just a little bit.
Can he get a call?
Can he get a call?
Yep. I want to just see what's legal, if I can talk to him and ask him some questions. I don't know how serious his detainment is.
Okay, his detainment is over. It's over a bar fight. He'll probably be out in the morning. It's not a big legal matter.
Okay.
But then you're there at the police station in the shallows. You talk with him. You wander down. You head toward what you think is the exit, and you don't recognize it.
Okay, now that's interesting.
That is interesting.
So what does the area look like?
Okay, the hallway continues on for a bit, featureless, and just sort of breaks out into pixels. Like it was unfinished, and beyond there's just space. And a page comes wafting in there, showing a graph, projected forceball violence, and a line that's climbing over the next several months.
Oh, fun, she says sarcastically. Okay. That's not good. Alright, well, it won't do to have one of mine in jail, so, what do you think? Resources?
Then an old-style newspaper comes wafting in from that void.
Oh, okay.
It's dated about 4 years in the future, and it starts decomposing in your. It starts decomposing almost as fast as you grab it. But the headlines talk about the collapse of a few industries, forceball sort of leading the way, having lost its way.
Now that's
Easily enough done. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I zip an email to the team.
Mm-hmm.
Dex Fudge Y with a copy of that screen cap. You guys wouldn't happen to be doing anything with forceball lately, would you?
God, however did he know?
You got a screen cap from a You got a screen cap from a printed newspaper 4 years from now, which is starting to pixelate in her hands.
Wait, 4 years from now?
4 years from now.
Wait, what? It's
So-
about
Uh,
it's about how forceball
collapsing.
is collapsing.
Well, the headline, the text below is kind of gibberish, but the headlines are clear enough. Industry collapse, forceball leading the way. Citations of violence and something else.
And something else.
Which is which is smudgy, unfortunately. You know how it is with the future and all.
All right.
Cheap.
Future.
Who the hell in the future is sending?
Okay, so either there was an element being introduced to the game that we were not in any way warned about, or someone accidentally published something that they intend to be a thing in the future, but who writes news articles 4 years ahead of time?
There's actually a third option. Someone did predictive analytics, is not happy with what they saw, and is showing a prediction of the future.
Mhm.
Yeah, I guess
Oh,
that's a
yeah.
possibility too.
That's another
Yeah,
somebody-
and as it happens, Matt's character knows someone who might very well do that.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Oh, Don, your life fascinates me.
Don lives in interesting times. I will say that. So,
A pixel plinks you on the shoulder.
I turn and take a look.
It looks like a bit of the ceiling just sort of dropped on your shoulder, and yeah, more of it's falling.
I think I'm going to leave this area now.
Okay, as you turn around to leave that corridor, you feel a chill, and there on the wall is engraved the words, "Your friend is overly dramatic, but right."
Nice. Nice. I was wondering when we were going to hear from them again.
Yeah.
Screen cap.
Mm-hmm.
Zip that out.
Yeah, those engravings, by the way, are not dissolving along with the rest of the corridor, and the floor of the corridor is dissolving as well, but there's a steel walkway just under it,
Well,
giving
I
you
appreciate
time to
the
walk
steel
out. Yeah.
The steel walkway is appreciated. Thank you. And the words of warning as well. Okay, so out of character, I know who's sending this.
You have a good idea. On
Okay.
two
Come on,
counts.
guys. Come on, am I the only one that remembers that whenever it gets cold, it's the Bankshot Weasels?
The Bankshot Weasels! Weasels! Whom I have a love-hate relationship with.
Yeah,
Some of them are computer-savvy detractors.
not all of them.
Not all of them. Which is
Oh my god, we really need to have an in-depth conversation, Don. Come on!
Mm-hmm.
That in-depth conversation could take a whole session by itself, I'm afraid.
Oh my god, yes.
One of these days, I'm just gonna start a thread in the community and be like, Don, sit with me, have a coffee, let's talk.
Go for it.
Eh,
Okay.
So, you've just been alerted to a very strange situation.
Yeah. How predominant are predictive analytics software programs? Like, could I buy one with resources too without too much trouble?
Well, you could probably buy one without too much trouble. The problem would be stuffing it with enough information that it makes accurate predictions.
Okay. Do you want me to make a resources roll? I want to pick one up. I'm going to start chugging information at it to see if this prediction is reasonably accurate.
Well, any informant can do a little bit of that.
Oh, Gabriella!
Yes.
Excellent. So the emails that I've given to the team, I zip to Gabriella and ask her if what she can pick up on news feeds, if this is a melodramatic but fairly accurate predictive analytic.
Well, sir, I'll have to. Well, ma'am, I'll have to check. I will need a little time to gather some information for you, but now that I know what I'm looking for, I should have something for you soon. Is there anything else I can help you with?
At the moment, no, but I will be in touch. Thank you, dear.
I've never seen engravings float in space like that. That's weird.
Save
From an
the forceball,
aesthetic
save the world.
From an aesthetic standpoint, I can appreciate it, though. Save the first ball, save the world. Nice touch. Why?
So, with this new tidbit dropped into everybody's laps, let's go back to Shu. Why? What is Y doing in light of this new information? And her investigations into John Marbury and Ivan Cleese.
I don't know. I'm brain dead. Sorry.
I know how. I know the sinuses back up and start pressing on your brain. That's terrible. I know that. I know when that happens.
Yeah, basically. I have to go plug in my phone. So
Fair
basically,
enough.
we've been told. Wait, do we know who did the predictive analytics? Are we told?
I don't know if Dawn passed that along.
I doubt it.
I basically passed along all the screen caps, and I do mention the cold.
The what?
The cold. It was cold.
There was a chill in the deep before before he saw the engravings.
Oh, and I know what that means. Obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Right, John.
I publicly post a meme that basically responds to them in a clever way, like, "Oh, probably," or that kind of general sentiment. Because all my replies to them I post publicly, knowing that they'll get it.
Yeah.
It's a thing we do.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to start analyzing the shots and... Wait, so when you said that the character was in a hallway, is this...
Okay, let me explain what happened.
Like a visualization of a private server space, or like, what are we talking? Can I go there?
Well, it was a visualization. Okay, what happened? One of Dawn's flock got into a bar fight, threw a good number of punches himself, and got picked up by the police. Dawn went into the deep, visited the police station, found out the details, and saw the evidence of the event. Found out he'll probably just be released tomorrow because, hey, drunkenness.
Right.
I don't think there's anything in her church that forbids that.
Nope.
Nope.
The
And
fight
it
would
was
be frowned upon.
Yeah, and it was while wandering the police station he went down that not so much blind as oddly incited alley.
Mm-hmm. I like the idea of an oddly incited alley. This is
So this was a space seemingly attached to the police station
But not.
that had at least one entity in it. That wasn't Dawn.
And was that shown to him, or to Dawn? Was that shown to her, or just happened to glance at it?
She was walking down a hallway she thought toward an exit. It wasn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that information was for my eyes. I mean, that would be hacking into the police space. So that was pretty crafty. That was a pretty sweet job. Whoever did that.
Mm-hmm. And then someone came along and hacked that.
Yeah. Dude's being melodramatic, but not entirely inaccurate.
I'm sorry, Shu?
I should be able to recreate this, yes?
You might be able to.
I might be able to. Would it be worth my time to try?
What do you hope to get out of it?
That article? The predictive article?
Yeah. I zipped it to you.
You have a screenshot which has...
I wanted it before it started to dissolve.
That may be hard to get at this point.
I could just ask nicely. In fact, I think I will. I'll go to that space, and I will leave a message saying, I would like to read it, please. I think we, and it's basically something to give the general impression of we understand each other. Let's just communicate. And then just leave that there. And then I will go over the screenshot and try to figure it all out and try to unsmudge it a little bit. If I can do that.
Okay, I will tell you now, the unsmudging gets you a certain number of random pixels and words that don't really fit into the situation. It looks like someone went to a certain amount of trouble to set up a newspaper-like interface. The primary interest is the headlines, and maybe a few of the subheads underneath that.
Okay.
About certain food industries and certain sports equipment and certain sports equipment printing concerns hitting rough times because forceball has suddenly tanked.
Wait, what industries?
Well, if you think about it, there are many industries that dovetail into professional sports, like food and concession industries, those that produce sports equipment, fan gear.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. I need to leave the hangout, so move on to someone else, because I need to be away for a few minutes, and then I'll come back on my computer, okay?
Okay. See you in a bit.
Bye.
Meanwhile, let's go over to Phil and Dex.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
In light of that inconclusive meeting with Louis Naxtrius, where are you going from there?
We know some things. We know it's an organization, not an individual.
Right.
That hired him. It's an organization with a lot of cash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we have established a contact, so we may very well hear from him again. If not, we know who he is, so we
You
could
might be able to track him down.
track him down as well.
Hmm. So we are heading back to the base jumper.
Back to the base jumper.
Back to the base jumper. I change my outfit and my face.
Yeah, that's kind of an important... Yeah, the outfit, too, is kind of an important thing. But you get back to the base jumper, and, well, it's the base jumper. There's loud music, there's people at the bar. Carly is still there behind the bar as well.
Mm-hmm.
Carly, it's just been such an exciting day here.
Yeah, you boys find out anything yet?
Yes.
A little bit, yeah.
We got a lead.
You know how we work.
Mm-hmm. So, what can you tell me?
Well,
Now, I already felt the need to send a note of sympathy to a sympathy and well-wishing, I believe the term is, to Ivan Cleese? It's not Classy. It's Cleese.
yeah.
Dad, I hope I didn't spell it classy. And she checks over her notes, judging by her hand gestures.
Yes.
And that note may come to the knowledge of the public.
I wouldn't be surprised, and I'd be grateful if it did, because it would mean we get a little positive publicity out of it. It's bad enough Forceballer got his leg slashed. Or did he?
Mm. It's hard to say exactly what's going on here and what the motivations of each person is.
Okay, so what do we got so far? We have Ivan Cleese, who's got his leg slashed.
Mm-hmm.
If he did it himself, the knife was so small the virtual light system didn't really pick it up.
Yeah, it might be a superficial wound, something that heals quickly.
Judging by the cleanup, though, it produced a lot of blood.
But anyway, it will make Forceball even more a center of attention. And I don't think it's the last time we hear about stuff like that.
Really? What makes you think that?
I think...
Yeah, Dawn didn't include Carly on this email burst, did she?
No, not Carly. I don't know Carly well, regrettably.
It was definitely an organized attempt to create this upheaval. So, and it worked out. So it's something that they tried and it worked. So I don't think they will stop it. I think they will do something else pretty soon, before the great game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're just an exhibition games at the moment.
Yeah. It will bring no sympathies anyway.
Sympathies are a double-edged sword. Okay. Let me pass a note over to Matt and say that, yes, Ivan Cleese's leg injury does make a little, does get a little publicity. It's below the fold, but anyone following Forceball with sufficient intent will pick it up. Otherwise, it's a minor thing compared to another disassembler being fished out of Lake Michigan.
Okay.
So, for us, it will be important that the next time something happens, it will not happen at the base jumper.
I would like that.
Well, that's one good thing, but we still have to be worrying about what Dawn sent us.
Who's Dawn and what did she send you?
Dawn is one of our associates. A friend. Yeah, I classify her as a friend, too. Show Carly what Don sent.
I'm sorry, Matt. Saddle up.
Oh, basically, can I walk over to the
Yes.
Fudge and Dex and see them and walk over now?
At the base jumper?
Yep.
Are you there physically?
No, I would have just gone in the shallows so I could get there quick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. So you're downloading to the base jumper.
Yep.
Jumping to the
Yeah.
base jumper.
Dawn's gone deep and is attending the base jumper virtually.
Yep. I want to be in on the conversations. That's why I was like, just to make sure it's kosher for me to be able to see and walk up to you guys.
Okay, if you're there, at least virtually, and looking for Dex and Fudge, there they are.
Yay! So I will walk up at about now. Figure this would be a good time to get a Carly introduction.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of Don,
Hello. Flash a smile.
Convenient that. Can I get you a virtual drink?
I've been in a rare mood for a pina colada.
Easily done.
Excellent.
Now, because they're virtual, the presentation of the mixing isn't anywhere near as impressive. She holds out a glass to open. She holds out a glass to open space. She makes the gesture of holding a glass, and there is a virtual glass there in the shallows, and hands it over.
Excellent. And I'll have my machine at home fix me up one. And
recipes on file.
Yep. I figure I get their proprietary recipe when I do that or something like that.
You at least get a few uses of it.
That must be
Excellent.
great when
Thank you.
people are blocking each other so it doesn't see them.
Generally, anyone who's attending the base jumper virtually can see each other, and anyone that chooses to see into the shallows can see the virtual attendees. So it's not uncommon to occasionally see someone virtual dancing with someone real.
I just love the whole idea and imagery of it, because you could have a bar with like 10 real people and then maybe, somebody with a halo, somebody with horns,
Yeah.
their digital avatars, somebody who's an orb of light. Pac-Man walks by.
That can happen.
Yeah. Donkey Kong, want anything? No, I'm good.
That doesn't happen as much here, but you do get the more interesting clubwear, shall we say.
Nice.
The 4-foot-tall headdress that would ordinarily snap someone's neck like a dry twig, for instance.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm imagining physical proportions that are improbable, if not impossible, occasionally.
Yeah. Though there are some very realistic ones out there. There are some that aren't so much.
Exactly.
So I understand you had some information for me, Carly says.
I look at Dex and Fudge with a raised eyebrow.
she's trustworthy. We've worked with her for a while now.
Yeah. She's cool.
Ah,
I
well,
regard them more as interested third agents. But I'm glad to help. I'm glad they're around to help me out whenever I need it, and I try to help them out too.
Mm-hmm.
I am.
She's been great with facts.
Oh, in fact, there's something I may have. I may have need of your services for a South American trip eventually. I'm still trying to get details from the agent down there.
South America?
South America.
Oh, fuck. Sign me up. I don't care what it is, but the traveling, awesome. Let's do it.
A quick trip to Amazonia should be nice when I can get everything arranged, but something is wrong down there, but it's a low priority wrong. Let's put it that way.
Could it be connected to what's happening up here?
Oh, what's happening up here? Well, we had a bar fight.
Big
Bar fight, a stabbing, and kind of look at Fudge and Dex. Should I share my message?
Yeah.
Carly, was it? May I have your email address?
Oh, here we go. And she physically hands over a virtual business card.
Excellent. And she gets.
She actually listed on the card public face of the Pragma Group, whoever they are. You've never heard of them. So she must not be a very good public face, shall we say.
What's the Pragma Group?
A group of independent-minded troubleshooters.
While she's saying that, I'm doing basically a Google search on Pragma Group, and also zipping her the email with the screen captures.
Okay, you're not finding out too much about the You're not turning up information about the Pragma Group. You do turn up one or two references to this organization that had signed its work, the Pragma Group. They appear to deal a lot in corporate, a little bit in corporate espionage, and shall we say, corporate justice.
Oh, very interesting.
Well, it's not that interesting. We haven't been as active as we used to be. A lot of the problems have been dealt with. You come to us with a new one, so I'm all ears. And the files you sent, oh my. Oh crap, they're involved. Well, this is going to be interesting.
And who's they?
You know. She sort of leans into your virtual avatar and says, them. holding up the second screenshot.
They're always good for fun or chaos.
What they did with Fastidious Fabricators, I wouldn't exactly call that fun.
Well, sometimes
maybe
it's
deserved.
Fun, sometimes she makes air quotes fun.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think they're fun, but...
Come to think of it, I'm not that opposed to that sort of fun myself, but I'm trying to run a bar here.
Yes. Thankfully, the word has several connotations that can be used.
Yeah. But
a
problem with forceball. It seems... Yeah, it seems like a worthy thing.
Especially if the melodramatic first message is even close to on point.
Well, I can't rule it out. And about this time you get a note from Gabriella suggesting more or less the same thing that she sums up here. Professional sports is involved with a lot of other industries. You have food and concessions, gear, various sorts of fan gear, licensing, promotions. If a segment of, if one of the demanders drops out, then the supply lines are all messed up, and other industries could suffer as a result. I call it only slightly melodramatic.
Okay. Thanks again, Gabrielle. You're the best.
I try, ma'am, I do.
Excellent. Okay, on a melodramatic scale of accuracy from 1 to 10, it's probably a 7, guys. We better buckle in and figure this out.
Okay.
Okay, so what is there to figure out? We have 2 mysterious strangers, 2 forceball players, and a slashing.
Mm-hmm.
And 1 woman who we're not so sure about.
Well, you guys are ahead of me. I'm not sure of any names involved in the slashing, except for, well, what's been on Pitter.
Well, good thing you're here then. Do you need a... she sort of addresses the 3 of you. Do you need a private space to discuss this?
That would be fantastic.
She throws Dawn a business card style again, a guest pass to the community.
Awesome.
Upstairs through those doors, these 2 are already in it.
Yeah, I was gonna say earlier, doesn't Fudge still have an apartment there?
Yeah.
A sparsely furnished one.
Yeah, well, it's not like he's been staying there or anything. Even after his place was burned down to the ground.
I'm not so concerned about his furnishings. I'm more concerned about the other things he stores. Yeah.
That's cool. He stores those at...
Carly said that?
Yeah.
I nod to her emphatically. Carly, one day, if you want to have a drink and an earful of story, ask me about the train job.
I heard a little bit about that already. I'd love to hear more. Hey, this is a place. And hey, this is a place for. Okay, fun or fun? Yeah.
Oh. Absolutely both. And lots of it.
Oy.
Where's your sense
I
of
find
adventure?
where there's one, there's the other with this crew.
Where's your sense of adventure?
I think it's in one of those bottles behind me.
I misplaced it.
I left it on a balance sheet somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's go to this private area, and yeah, you guys fill me in on what you know so far.
Yeah. And that's basically the connection between the 2 players.
Mm-hmm.
The mysterious woman and the public relations guy.
If you need names, cue me and I'll remind you.
I'm looking
Or-
at the.
If you need names, I really should finish putting them on this other sheet.
Yeah. What's the public relations guy again? That was
Yeah. Public
So,
relations guy John Marbury.
John Marbury, that's the name.
Okay, what do we know about Olivia Cromwell, and how's she involved?
We don't really know much about her.
Was she just at the bar, or what? What basically? Why is she in the notes? What's the scoop?
She
tied
was. Wait a second. She was very close to John Marbury.
Okay.
So,
Ivan, Olivia, and John were in sort of a group together.
yeah,
sort of.
there was the
Oh,
impression
okay.
that they belonged together. Another
Look up
construction
the
company.
companies that Olivia and John are tied to, and see if there are connections between their companies.
Between Olivia and John?
Between Olivia and John, yeah.
Okay. That's going to be a... I believe you're using a Google it or some derivative thereof to get this done.
Absolutely, this is a Google it.
Okay. Give me a roll on interface, and I will bring up my dice.
Okay.
I'm rolling at 3 for this.
And match.
Actually, no, I'm only rolling at 1 for this.
Interface.
And what did you get?
Fate roller's taking a moment.
I know the feeling.
Darn old laptop.
Hey, it's slow for me, too.
Oh, okay. Not just me.
I wonder if maybe Google is just starting to feel the load. Yeah.
Rolling it good.
There we go.
Wow! I'll take it.
Okay.
So that was a fantastic result.
Wow.
That was a fantastic result. That is, well, as it was an overcome action, you get a boost out of it. Problem is, it's not a boost I don't think you're really going to be able to use, because you can pretty much confirm there is no connection really between John and Olivia.
Okay.
So that would mean she was just part of the group because of her good looks?
Or maybe she was interested in Ivan. Sure, he's only a rear guard, but he's still an athlete.
Can I use my boost to see if, basically looking at it as a triumvirate, looking to see what the other guy's link to Ivan is, or what her direct link to Ivan is?
Well, let's see if you even need it to begin with. I'm going to roll it +1, and
Okay.
you're going to roll it more, and you're probably not going to need the boost.
Perhaps not. Oh,
Especially with that roll.
unless I tank the roll, which is always a possibility. Which...
Wow.
Well, that would be a success. That would be a success at slight cost, except you have that boost, so you can make that a success. Or you can re-roll.
I will re-roll, because that's the other use of the boost, right?
That's right, and you might get more success out of it that way.
Okay.
Well, that's a wash then.
Yeah,
you got a success, and you can see that there is very little connection between Olivia and Ivan either.
Okay.
It would appear to be a wrong place, wrong time situation. It would appear anyway.
Okay.
You can find no connection between them, apart from one that maybe Olivia was trying to make.
Okay. And then the other one I wanted to know was, do either of these companies have a vested interest in forceball, or a vested interest in that they would profit if forceball had problems?
Okay. I am going to roll that one at 4, for reasons that you do not yet know.
Okay.
So this one could be tough.
Yeah, this could be a tougher one.
I have a total of 5.
Okay.
Succeed at slight cost, or maybe spend a fate point on something.
You know what? These fate points are just hanging out, begging to be used.
True.
I am connected in mysterious ways.
Okay.
Oh, should I make it 3 on my sheet now, or just remember that it's 3, or do we have a scratch pad spot?
Okay. If you have Google Drive open, I have everyone's character sheets open in this, and while I have your base refresh rate at 4,
Mm-hmm.
they're going to refresh at the end of the episode anyway, so I don't think we'll have too much trouble remembering that.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm always laying a couple of dice on the side, and when I use one of them, I push one of the dice back. So
That works too. Use your own counters.
Yeah. No, I have
always
tokens on my desk, so that will work too. I don't think it'll be much of an issue, like you said, but.
Okay. And then, what you'd managed to find out that way?
Mm-hmm.
The search turns up no. The search between them turns up no results.
Okay.
But then the screen flashes briefly, and you get a new search result.
Nice.
A deleted press release from AFND Consulting, saying that they now have a contract with the. Let me look up the name of the organization. The Forceball United Committee of Teams, for arranging their advertising and publicity needs.
United Committee of Teams.
Yes, the Forceball United Committee of Teams.
Oh, fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
So, once again, screen cap, email to everybody.
So, you'd guess the Forceball United Committee of Teams would have an vested interest in Forceball succeeding.
Yep.
And it's also more or less public knowledge that the Forceball United Committee of Teams, aside from having an unfortunate acronym, is also the governing body of Forceball as the sport. So it is the Forceball authority. They authorize new teams or activities of the existing ones.
Okay.
And they want Forceball to be interesting.
Yep. But perhaps the interesting thing here is why it's a deleted news flash. Did the deal fall through? Is this buried information for some other reason?
That's another concern, yeah.
Okay, so I email this to team.
Mm-hmm. And to Carly, I noticed.
And
in chat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Check her in. And yeah, just ask the question, why is this a deleted newsflash?
That's a good question.
Yeah. It won't be deleted because the deal fell through. It would be deleted either to bury the information or because it's factually incorrect. But I don't think it's factually incorrect.
Interesting set of theories. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you get a call from Carly downstairs.
So,
Hello, Carly. Did you get my
What's
email?
Yes, I did. We also have a problem down here. I'm trying to diffuse.
Oh God.
Yeah, we got a few. We got a few from the. We got a few people from the fan association next door wondering why one of their players got cut here, and they're getting stroppy. Yeah.
Great.
Come on, Fudge, you can go get in another fight.
I like my fights to yield something for me. Okay. Let's see what the fuss is all about. Good.
Actually,
Yeah,
I might be.
we can do this one of two ways. You can get in a fight, or I can flash my disarming smile, whichever you think will feel
You
more.
bring your smile. Your fists are not really that palpable here anyway.
Zoom.
Actually, I will probably take lead with rapport here.
Mhm.
Figure out what's going on.
That's a good idea.
So I guess like when we get down there, can we see exactly where everything is going on?
Yeah, there is a discussion. There is a heated discussion over at the bar. You got three guys in full red and yellow Indiana Magnetons colors, because that's the community you have next door that isn't the neo-modernists.
Mm-hmm.
And they're demanding to know what's been done to find who cut Ivan Cleese.
Okay.
Fair question.
They're not so much questioning as shouting, but yeah.
Yeah, yelling seems to be a thing with these people, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
What is your approach?
Whatever you do with rapport, I'm going to look supportive, so I give you +1.
Okay, well, let me point out that if you're going to team up on a skill, then the rating you have as a group is the highest +1 for every other person that has the skill.
Mm-hmm.
So that would put Dex's rapport at if
6.
Dawn helps out 7.
Yep.
Yep.
Dawn has a winning smile. I look supportive.
So I guess.
And I just happen to have Carly's character up here on the index card, and she doesn't have rapport. She has a few others, but not rapport.
Nice.
So yeah, good thing she called you for help.
Yeah.
She's got plenty of shoot, but that might not go down so well in a bar.
Well, it could, but it might not look good for the bar. So,
Right.
Where everybody blasts your face.
So I guess approach them and start off by saying that there is quite a lot of work taking place in order to find out what exactly has happened and who did this. But unfortunately, it's a delicate process.
Trying to be smooth and reassuring.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
So
start
that's the
with
rapport roll. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it sounds like another fate roller opportunity.
Yep.
I'm rolling it 2.
Oh, nice.
roller, you used to be so much cooler.
What are you talking about? Fate roller is awesome.
Dear Fate Roller, we love you.
You know what? On that roll, I am going to invoke on their aspect, we fucking love forceball, and re-roll.
Oh God.
That's good.
Still rolling it just 2 though, so they'd have to roll really well just to tie.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not a tie.
Nope, that is not.
That is very much not a tie. That is a succeed with style, so that is an overcome with a boost. Got any ideas what you want to call this thing?
Charmed, I'm sure.
That's a good one. The only other thing I was thinking is score 1 for Dex.
Okay, Gary Restart chapter, Indiana Magnetons Forceball Fan Club. It's actually documented elsewhere.
What an acronym.
Yeah. Hey, and still it's a better acronym than the Forceball United Community of Teams. Committee of Teams.
Yeah.
It took me a second on that one.
I appreciate the thought put into that one.
Yeah,
I really do.
I'm guessing they don't use the acronym on the marketing material?
Not so much, no. For a while, they simply abbreviated it Forceball United, but that didn't turn out much better. So you can see where they might want to contract an image company.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's being done to investigate? What do you have so far on this guy that did this, and when can we beat him up?
Well, surely you must understand that in order to finish our investigation, we can't exactly give out details of said investigation as we're doing it. I understand that this isn't how you forceballers work, but it is how we work.
I'm not sure whether that would be a. I'm not sure whether that would be a
that last
or
part might have
provoke.
been slightly more provoking, but like.
Yeah, just a bit provoking. Yeah. Which, fortunately, you would have at. Which you would be rolling at 5 for.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute, not 5.
Well, I have it at 4.
You have it at 4.
Yeah.
And I was looking at Shu, which has it, and
Unless Dawn wants to look menacing, then 5.
it doesn't have to be menacing. It can be condescendingly concerned. But yes, she could help make it. Which is
much more Dawn style. That was a good catch.
I do want to say that I would probably look at Dawn and take a picture of her making that face, and then email it to her later.
Dawn looking condescending. It could be a meme.
So I'm going to roll that one at 3.
Okay.
You're going to roll at 5.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Now, you can spend a fate point easily enough and get a re-roll. You have one or two aspects that'll fit neatly.
Mm-hmm. I do.
Then let's see what you have associated with...
And we could use, that boost for a reroll, couldn't we?
you could use that boost for a re-roll, yes.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, so rather than a -2 on the dice, what do you have instead? Let's find out. Well, that's a straight-up 5.
Yes.
That is a succeed at minor cost.
Why not?
Or
Or what? Use one of my aspects?
spend a fate point, tag an aspect, and get a +2 on that.
Yeah, I'll tag Child of Eris. Because I like provoking. And forceball people just tend to annoy the fuck out of me. So...
Well, that will count as a success as well then. And so they are sort of taken back by that, but they understand they can kind of understand the intent with which it was delivered.
Yeah. I'm sure they're used to provoke, so...
Which is why they had a slightly higher defense with it.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at Dex. Mind if I chime in? There's something I'd like to ask.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Gentlemen, is there anything that you may know that could come in handy for us? We'd greatly appreciate any information that you could give. I'm using my disarming smile, so that would be a base 5 with rapport.
With rapport. You had a rapport roll this challenge already, and I'm trying to think what other skill could I use to get them to see your way of things.
Empathy? I could try and read them, which was my other thought. But I wasn't sure if that would glean any particularly useful information. They seem to be pretty open books.
Okay, they're pretty. Yeah, I think at this point they're pretty open books. You've gotten them to stand down. They're being less shouty. They're being more reasonable. But you might want to make an empathy roll anyway, just to see what you can get from them.
Okay.
And this, I believe, would be to create advantage. Looking for any aspects that apply to them?
Yes. Oh, and I just realized, read body language is listed as overcome.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well. I'll create an advantage that still gives me 3 dice.
You mean a +3?
A +3, yeah. 3 dice, yes.
I'm only going to be rolling at 2.
Okay.
And I got... Well, I got a shoe in a moment. There we go. Oh, good for you. Whatever you roll.
I broke even on my roll, so...
So you got a... I guess that would put you somewhere well above 0. Well above 0.
Well above 0, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Okay, so... Okay, what you read from them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I will give you, when the sheet comes back up, 2 invokes on their aspect, thinks with their fists.
Wow, okay.
That's a handy invoke.
Yeah, good to know if we want to cause chaos.
If we want somebody...
Did someone say chaos?
Yeah.
Nice one.
I did still ask them if they knew anything that might be useful. Would that still come off of the previous rapport roll in that case? Do they have an answer for that?
Oh, we lost David.
Ah,
Suddenly the whole world comes to a stop.
That was terribly static, and then I was gone.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
I can't even. Okay, there we go.
Yes.
Well, welcome back.
Hello.
Thank you. What you gather from talking with them is that. Okay, what was the question again?
basically, if they knew anything.
If they knew anything about what?
The incident that might come in handy for our investigation.
Well, we don't really know anything. He was just a rear guard, but he was our rear guard, damn it.
I'm just a rear guard.
He didn't say anything to you guys?
Nope. Wish I knew he was here too. We would have loved to hang with him.
All right. Agreed. Well, if you find out anything, let me know. And if you talk to him, let me know if you hear anything that might come in handy for us. I'd love to point you guys in the right direction.
Carly sort of under her breath says, "That's one way of putting it."
Yep.
Yeah, I'll also give you this, Matt, from their initial read. They are genuinely confused about the incident and pretty clearly want to bust some heads.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm fine with them busting some heads, but we gotta make sure it's the right heads.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's the tricky part.
in the right backdrop.
Well,
You truly
yeah.
have that responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, okay.
Okay, Y could come in just as the force ballers are settling in for some drinks at the base jumper.
Alright.
With Fudge, Dex, Dawn, and Carly,
Uh-huh.
if she wants.
Well, I'm here alone because Mr. So-and-so does not like the base jumper. Which I can understand.
Well, Lasco's been working.
Well, yeah, that too.
Remember, he's trying to build up sufficient vacation time that he can catch every game of his team.
That's dedication.
Which, by the way, I don't think, I'm not sure I ever mentioned the name of his team.
Yeah, what is his team?
The Seattle Flash.
Aw. So wait, he doesn't live anywhere close to his favorite team.
He doesn't live anywhere close to his favorite team, but that's the team he watches and he's very fond of.
Are we gonna have to travel to go see him?
Eventually, maybe, but he's good enough catching the games virtually. But he wants to catch every single one of those games virtually.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So yeah, I can be at the base jump there. And if Carly is willing, I will ask her to put in a few more cameras, just to get those extra angles. I'll even pay for them if she needs.
Oh, please.
Yeah, more exclusive access, of course.
I think we'll be good. I think we'll be good enough with what we have right now, anyway. But well, of the access. But yeah, one or two more cameras to fill out the virtual light system would probably be a good thing.
I give her recommendations on where it would be most helpful for me. I'll basically point out a couple annoying blind spots.
Well, thank you. I'll get those areas reinforced.
I kind of like blind spots, but I must
Yeah, I
admit...
know.
But I
You
must
like
admit,
blind spots, but I don't.
they don't need to be in the base jumper.
Well, no, she's right. This is a public space, and for the shallow system to work in here, we need as much camera location as possible.
All right. I also specifically request that I can trigger my own midnight protocol just in case, because I mentioned that few seconds delay can be quite annoying, since it's effectively making me not have
Blind. Blind. That's the word you're looking for. And that's kind of the idea behind the midnight protocol.
Yeah.
That few seconds delay was you downloading the app to get you the virtual light simulation.
Oh, wait, okay, never mind. My character doesn't. If I knew that, then never mind.
Okay. Next time we go midnight, you'll have immediate access.
All right. Sorry, my character would know that. I didn't mean to sound stupid.
Yeah, that's okay. Well, don't forget, a lot of this world exists up here anyway, so it may be a little hard for me to get all the details out at one time.
Well, that's why.
I need to write a book of this setting.
Oh, that was out of character. Okay.
Yeah.
I would, as far as these guys, like, I would probably give them one of my, electronic business cards and be like, if you hear anything or something comes out that might be helpful in the investigation. Because, don't get me wrong, guys, and I say this kind of low, I'll let you bust some heads, but I have to make sure they're the correct ones.
They grin at this notion, which should speak volumes.
Mm-hmm.
Are you talking to the forceballers?
He's talking to the forceballers, and they accept your card graciously, or as graciously as they can. So how goes the information sharing, Carly asks the four of you. By text message in the shallows.
What with the force ballers?
No, to the four of you. Fudge, Dex, Dawn, and Y.
No, but I mean, does she mean like us talking with the force ballers or us talking with each other?
With each other about the investigation.
Oh, well, we're trying, I guess. We found some stuff. Some interesting deleted stuff.
For example, that Cleasy fellow has interesting motivations that I haven't quite uncovered.
Interesting motivations.
Yeah, you'll want to keep an eye on that one.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's what I've been wondering is the motivations behind a lot of the actions being taken, particularly when it comes to possibly stabbing yourself. Well, not stabbing, but cutting yourself and causing all of this kind of stuff. Like, what would be the motivation behind that? Is he trying to frame someone for it? Is he trying to start a riot? Is he trying to get his friends to do something? Which, you know, they're about...
Professional athlete to cause self-injury is questionable at best. Remarkable, even.
Yeah, why would they do it?
I believe that's your department, not mine.
I'm just waxing on it.
Well, this is how brainstorming works. Everyone throws out ideas.
Mm-hmm. Now, when Shu the player was gone, I sent an email with that deleted headline.
Yes.
A deleted press release from AFND Image Consulting boasting of their connection with the Forceball United Committee of Teams.
I'm guessing if we can find out why this is a deleted press release, that
Oh, yeah.
gains full information.
Bragging about what? AMD is what?
Okay, AFND Consulting, the company that John Marbury works for, had published, very briefly, a press release indicating that they have a lucrative contract with the Forceball United Committee of Teams, which was what the NFL is to football these days. But then they recalled it. In fact, if you check the link that Dawn provided you for the press release, which she got the screenshot of, it's not there anymore.
AMD is saying they are connected or working for Forceballs.
Yes.
They did say it for a brief moment and then deleted.
All right, just that specifically. We are working for the Forceball Association, and then no, we're not. Never mind. Interesting.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I think I want to dig in whose account posted and deleted it. Was it posted from the same computer that it was deleted from? So I need to go. I'm gonna slither into the tubes and see what I can do there.
Sounds so dirty when I love it when you talk dirty. Let's see. Give me a roll on interface, and the problem is the link that, like I said, the link that Dawn provided isn't exactly there anymore, so checking that may be difficult. So I'm going to roll at 4.
All right.
And I have a total of 6.
Okay. And I actually am not going to use my app this time because my phone is recharging.
Time to reach for the dice.
Yes. All right. So I got 2 classics.
Okay, that brings you up to 7, I believe, if I remember your sheet correctly. Interface at 5 plus the 2 for that, so that would be a success. And yes, it would have come from the same computer.
All right. Interesting. Whose?
Okay, the computer is run by... Okay. Well, it should be no surprise that the PR company has a PR department. And let me throw out the name Drusilla Arbalesque.
Arbalesque. That's the name.
Drusilla Arbalesque.
Drusilla Arbalesque.
Name spelled out in chat.
Clarification.
Yes.
Is she the writer or like the editor or?
Well, she was the writer, editor, publishing agent, and recall agent. It turns out.
She was the all of the above.
She was the all of the above.
Okay. Interesting.
Any connections between her and John Marbury besides working for the same company?
No, working for the same company is the strongest link you can find at this time.
Okay. and this is me just being morbid, I check public record to see if she's dead.
Interesting approach. As it turns out, though, she is very much alive.
She's alive. We could try and contact her.
She's alive and still working for...
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
In what capacity?
She is the press agent
For?
for AFND Consulting.
Well, of course she is.
Mm-hmm.
How high up on the food chain is she?
Pretty damn high.
I see.
She may not own the company, but she is one of the most trusted individuals, which is why they would trust her to put out a press release.
Which, okay, so she's not just, some desk worker.
She's not some peon at the company.
Okay. Okay, how much time passed between the post and the deletion? Are we talking like a couple seconds? Which would indicate, oh, I pressed publish instead of preview. Or are we talking like 5 minutes, as in someone ran into my office and told me, fuck, get that down?
It was a day and a half.
Oh, shit! Yeah, that means that something changed. That means that it was the correct posting and then something changed. All right. Now, what happened in that day and a half? Did our fight happen within that day and a half?
Oh, that fight was about... Okay, the press release incident was about 2 weeks before the fight.
Oh. And then was taken down within a day and a half, and then 2 weeks...
And then 2 weeks later, this happened.
And so so it was up, and then the fight happened, and it was taken down?
No. About 2 weeks about 2 weeks and a day and a half ago, the press release went up. 2 weeks ago, the press release came down.
We're not looking at cause. We're looking at fallout. The fight may well be fallout from the split. Okay.
Or they may be linked in an unexpected way. Because if you establish that the company is seeking retribution for a contract gone bad, for example, we might establish motive. To your point.
Yes.
I check places like Forbes or other financial institutions if they cover this instance. And who is currently contracted with the unfortunately acronymed organization.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the Forceball United Committee of Teams does not currently register working with a publicity company.
Ooh.
AFND Image Consulting works with a whole bunch of different companies.
Are they more an advert company or more a branding company? It sounds like they're more branding than advertisement.
Yeah, they do more branding than advertising. They are about not just a company's presentation on any given advertisement. They are about image.
Right. So maybe less evil, more pretentious. Cool.
Yeah. Except this was apparently something a forceballer slashed his own leg over. What's up with that?
Yeah, what's up with that?
Yeah, and as I was saying in chat, I think that that I might want to go down the direction of actually questioning Ivan myself about the incident.
It depends if you want to show your hand.
I have an interesting correlation search.
Yes.
Companies of this PR firm that dropped contracts with them Did bad things happen to them shortly after dropping them as a client?
Oh, that's an interesting question.
Interesting question. And I'm going to go ahead and give this to you. No, there's no history of that happening.
Okay. Yeah, because that would be...
Any partings are amicable or at least professional.
Huh.
Leaving you with still the question, what's going on between those two companies, if anything?
Right.
And then there is a ping from the shallows. I will give this to you before I stop broadcast, and give you something to wonder about. Fudge, the name that you gave to Louis Naxtrius and the phone number gets a ping back from someone you don't know, saying that we may have an opportunity for you.
Interesting.
And they give you a deep address to meet in.
Fantastic.
Would you like me to sit in on the meeting? I'd be happy to.
You're welcome.
I bet you would.
Yeah. Not yet.
Well, let me know if you need anything. I'm not crazy about that meeting myself. And this is where I, out of game, point to my protector. Protector stunt, if you want Overwatch.
Right.
It's interesting because like this thing with he has this meeting in the deep, and everybody else is like totally all help, and Dex is like.
Yeah, Dex like the deep. You guys do your deep thing.
Yeah, like I don't think me going with you is such a good idea.
It's just a deep meeting. I'm going to take that alone, and I'm going to share the information with all of you afterward.
Be careful.
And with that, I'm going to go ahead and end broadcast and call it a minor milestone.
Possibly go wrong.
What could
Don't
possibly
say that.
go wrong?